All right, so I'm about to do the one chip challenge. Nobody's in right now, which might be good. If you join later, you might actually get a rude surprise, depending on how this goes. All right, so I'm opening up the package. Simple enough. It's hard to see because I have my little green screen thing on for my background because it's homecoming week. So holding it down for TSU. They're actually Paqui chips. I actually love their chips. I've had the haunted ghost pepper flavor. That one right there, I love it. I've had the jalapeno tropicali. It's good. The mucho nacho is good. I think I've had the fiery chile limon too. They're all pretty good. So let's see. The whole challenge is how long can you last before throwing in the towel? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour. I actually might make it the hour without eating or drinking anything, maybe. But I don't think I'm going to stay on that long. I'm probably going to do maybe I'll probably do 10 minutes of actually recording Zoom, recording the video. And that'll probably be it. Actually, I'm surprised the chip isn't bigger. I thought it was going to be bigger than this. I thought I was going to have to break up the chip. And somebody actually told me I should wear gloves, but it's sealed and it's in the package where you can rip off the top and eat the chip without having to touch it. Okay, so let's open that each side. Oh wow. Now I will say the color of the chip is a bit disturbing. I thought it was going to be red like the haunted ghost pepper, but it's actually black. Okay. A bit of the seasoning. Woo. All right. Here we go. The Paqui one chip challenge. Right. Got a few people coming in. The Zoom meeting. Okay. DeShanee's coming in. One of my good friends from TSU worked on the newspaper with me. Okay. Okay. It is very hot. Whew. One thing I will say, there's a numbing sensation from I think the citron pepper is in there. Whew. I got a little. Ooh.
How's it going?
It's not bad. It's not pleasant either. It's not as bad as I was expecting, though.
With your hot sauce expertise.
You know what? This has Carolina Reaper in it. I've never grown Carolina Reaper, and it's definitely different.
Hope you got some milk or something sitting by you.
I got some water, but the whole point of the challenge, I was talking about it earlier before you came in, is how long can you make it without eating or drinking anything. Now the limit is an hour. You can't see it because my filter keeps messing up. I'm not even gonna record an hour. I'm probably gonna record about 10 minutes. Now the funny thing is the back of the tongue is killing me. The front of my tongue is fine, but the back is on fire right now.
Wreck your tonsils.
Yeah.
Barbecue.
It's getting easier to deal with, but it's something else. Actually, I see why if you drank water or milk or like had ice cream, it wouldn't even be that bad. The challenge is just like not eating or drinking anything else. That's the difficulty. Yeah. Oh, I definitely couldn't eat more than one of these, though. It wouldn't even be fun. And I think a lot of people mess up. Whew, I feel sweat coming too. A lot of people I think mess up because they'll like get something maybe goes down their throat and then they have to drink something. Okay. I'm feeling good. Actually, talking makes it worse, but
I would be like breathing in air and like agitating it.
You know, swallowing a lot, but yeah, like my mom produces so much saliva. My mouth is like, what are you doing to me? Make the burning stop. That's what my mouth is saying right now. Is that
good you've ever had?
Oh yeah, this is definitely like I feel it in my gums. That's how I know it's hot. My gums are hot. It feels like you just had a really thorough cleaning from the dentist and like the Novocaine is wearing off.
No. I don't like it.
That's Sichuan pepper. That's the X factor. I've never dealt with that before. That's something brand new to me.
Hard pass on all of that. I'm more of a flavorful, spicy person.
And you know what? I am too. That's why, like when I made the hot sauce, I didn't want it to be just blow your brains out hot. I wanted to have flavor to it. And so what that ghost pepper does and the habanero, when I make the hot sauce, it's a little more of a lingering heat, but it still has flavor. Like to me, the ghost pepper is the only thing I put in there that's like more heat than flavor. Like it has a nice kind of fruity flavor to it too, but it's more of a heat thing. Habaneros, I love habaneros. The flavor of habaneros is good. They have like a nice sweet fruitiness to them with the heat, but they're kind of sweet too. Okay. Yeah, I think once you make it to that first 5 minutes, you're okay. Yeah, it's considerably dialing down now. Yeah. My stomach is where I'm feeling it now, though. It's like a shot of moonshine. You know, it burns all the way down, and then it gets in your stomach and starts warming up. That's what it feels like now.
So please, some sour cream or drink some milk to cushion that blow at the end.
I've got some bluebell ice cream. I'm definitely gonna be eating that when I get done with this.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I could do. Like I said, honestly, I could do the full hour, but I'm also hungry and I want to eat. That's the only reason I would break the actual challenge. I feel like it's kind of anticlimactic because if you weren't watching Zoom, you didn't really see the initial reaction. So
I watched it. I just couldn't get my audio to work because I don't do Zoom and I'm doing homework. So I didn't open it up on my computer.
How's your master's classes going?
They're fine. I'm glad I'm doing one class at a time. Because between work and life, like I wouldn't be doing so hot. I actually got my first on this past assignment because I didn't do it correctly, but I didn't do it correctly in the last class, but I got an A on it. So it's the difference in
more of a stickler. Yeah, one's more of a stickler for technique.
It's like literally my first class, so it brought me down to like an A-. So as long as I do okay on my paper, then I should maintain my grades, which I'm doing pretty good. I got a 3.8 right now.
Nice.
Look, I didn't even have that in undergrad, so
no, I had one 4.0 semester in college, one, and that was the year I was taking all English classes. I was taking nothing but my major, and it was like, yeah, that was actually doing stuff I liked every day for class. So that's Well, I might have one other one, but I know that was definitely one I had that year.
Like I know I didn't even have terrible study habits. I know I was slacking on some stuff, but to be honest, I still blame TSU. I had nothing but adjunct professors for so long that I'm just like, do you know what you're doing?
You know, I think that really depends on your department too. Like, I know engineering, they had those professors who've been there forever and a day, like Dean Rogers and Dr. Clark and who was it, Dr. Shute. Like, they had all these people who were there forever. And it was kind of like that in languages and liberal arts too. We had like Dr. Hardy and Dr. Irby and who's it, Dr. Who else? What was it? Dr. I know oh yeah, Dr. Morgan Curtis and Dr. Phelps. Like, they were there for, a while. And so, I don't think I ever had an adjunct in anything in my major. In fact, the only thing I had where it was an assistant, that was Dr. Hudson, and that's because he came out of retirement just to teach Shakespeare. So he was like a full professor who came back to teach just that one subject, though. And that was one of my favorite classes.
2/3 of the psychology department was adjunct. And
a lot of people in that field probably go into practice, don't they, as opposed to academia.
And then like the ones that were tenure staff would be the only ones that teach a class. So if you fail it, you got to take that person again. Like, it sucked. But I wanted to do psychology, so.
And is this where you in your master's in? Is it going to be counseling or psychology?
It's counseling. It's marriage and therapy. Emphasis on LGBTQ families.
The funny thing, I was thinking about that with like you're talking about the course load, and I'm like, I don't know anybody outside of like Eddie and folks who like went in academia as a career who like took like full course load throughout their master's career, because most people are already working in, even if they're working in a related field, it's like you're also working a full-time job and going to school. So I don't know how you take a full course load in grad school, especially if you have kids and are married. It just,
I'm working in this field, so I mean that makes it easier because I'm practicing things that I'm learning and vice versa. But bruh, I'm glad. That's one. I thought about doubling up, and now I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and let it take 4 years. That's fine.
On the plus side, though, I know when it comes time for you to do do you have a dissertation or a thesis for yours?
I have a thesis. Dissertation will be if I get my doctorate, which we'll see. We'll see how I feel.
Yeah, but so I know you'd already have that, like, you can have that in your mind. What's it gonna be and be working on that your entire time. So when it comes time for it, you're like, there it is, done. Like, all thing you have to do is go through.
Like, that's it. Until then, I'm on 3rd class, and I got, I want to say 10 more classes to go, and then internship, which lasts for a year.
Is it online or in person or a hybrid course?
It's online.
Okay.
And that's only because I didn't have to take a GRE or go through any of that BS, because I tried to go to UTC here, and got the whole entire complete runaround. So I'm like, whatever. I'm just going to give somebody my money and pray that they're accredited.
You know what the thing is? Really, I found out after talking to people who are like getting their masters and PhDs and stuff, when you do it, instead of going straight from undergrad to grad, a lot of times as a working professional, it's about knowing someone in the department. And usually they can be like, yeah, you don't have to take GRE, or you don't have to take that. You got experience here and here, and you've been doing that for X amount of years. We can waive that and get you in. So it's really about knowing people when it comes to knowing that kind of stuff.
I know when I try to go to UTC, they were like, well, you didn't take this in undergrad. And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? It was something like political science, something crazy like that. And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? But it was right there on that thing. Like, here's what the prerequisites are. I'm like, I'm not taking an undergrad class for a whole semester to wait to get into a program for the master's. Like, nah.
It makes no sense. That's one of those extra hoops. I'm like, especially if it's one of those things like, what's the relevance of this to my degree, and how is it going to affect my matriculation through that material? So I'm like, I don't get how political science will factor into counseling at all. Other than unless they're saying you need to understand the mechanisms of how to procure funding from different, but I'm like, that's gonna be above most people's pay grade anyway, unless you become like a director or something.
Like, I have job experience with that, which my job experience did definitely help me when I was trying to get into UTC, but I was like, okay, I'm done. Because I did want to go to a campus. I did want to have that so I could have the direct contact with the professor and all that jazz. But now I'm glad I didn't, because I started class in January before everything shut down. So everything shut down, but my school's online. So everyone was like, we good. Keep moving.
Like, press on. Yep, we're good. Nothing to see here.
Right. Like, we don't look at y'all no way. Let's keep moving.
That's why I noticed when I was looking at master's programs for education, and like, since to me, education especially, they know the people who are getting that degree are people who are already working in education. Mm-hmm. So they like structure the classes where you have like one class a week or classes only on the weekends. Mm-hmm. So, and actually most of the people I know only go once a week. So that's love. You can just, knock everything out on that Wednesday evening and, get back to your life. Spend the rest of the week getting ready for that next week, that next in-person class. And everything else you're doing online. So, which is what most people are doing, is kind of going that way anyway. Plus, I actually like, I finished, that's how I finished my degree at TSU, was online. I took the math class I needed to graduate. I took that online and did better in that class than I've done in math in life, because I was teaching myself. And then I literally took a walking for fitness class to graduate from TSU online. So I would walk and record it and send it to the teacher. And that's how I graduated. I just had to take a class to graduate anything.
That's what happened to me. I only needed one. Like, I just needed to be enrolled and to graduate. And I took golf.
Yeah. Now that actually was fun. Did you take it from Starks, Dr. Starks?
No, it was a man, and I don't even remember his name. But it was great. I had a great time. The only downside was getting up and going all the way to the golf course.
Yeah. Was it that one up the street?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was the only day, getting there all early in the morning.
That was the one mistake I made. I took swimming on a Saturday, and I was like, man, cool. I get to swim. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't think about the fact having any kind of social life. Like, oh yeah, you were out Saturday, Friday night. Now you have to get up and make it to an 8:30 swim, 8 o'clock swim class every morning. Or was it 7? It was earlier than most of it. It was like a 7 o'clock swim class. Yeah.
Yeah. I took swimming freshman year, and I'm glad I took it, because it kept that freshman 15 off. Yeah, that's definitely a during the week, first thing in the morning class. Because then you can shower and be done.
Actually, the sub kept my freshman 15 off, because it wreaked so much havoc on my stomach. I couldn't keep. That's why I lost weight freshman year. I lost 45 pounds freshman year. That food was horrible.
Oh my.
Oh yeah. Like, I didn't even realize it. When I came back home for the summer, everybody was looking at me like, man, you lost a lot of weight. I'm like, what do you? No, I haven't. And then I got on the scale, and I went from, I was 240 when I came back. Yeah, something like that. And I hadn't been that small since probably 10th grade year. You know what? Now I'm feeling it all in the stomach. It feels like the beginning of
Starting to pass through
indigestion.
the system.
Yeah, it's just like the beginning of a thunderstorm in my stomach. It feels like we had went to Chili's one time and I had remember they said the 2-for-1 margaritas, and I drank 2 of them, and the one they were, I don't know what kind of tequila that was, but I got through like 1.5 in my stomach. It felt like I was about to reenact the scene from Aliens. Like I thought something was about to claw its way out of my stomach. that made me so like, I don't know what that stuff was. That's what it feels like now, though. It's just a rumble in the stomach. But no, nothing. The mouth is fine.
Like I said, you don't want to get an ulcer.
Yeah. That's why I'm probably gonna put some dairy on top of this. Take a lactate and put some dairy on it. Yeah. See, now that's the part I'm not gonna be able to record. They're like, how was it? Oh, it was fine going down. Coming out, not so much. Like that's gonna be the problem.
We don't need that part.
No, that's gonna be a TMI. The point is, I survived. In this point, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video. DeShanee, thank you for checking in on me, and it was fun catching up with you, even outside of the, even though we pretty much talk every day through the group chat anyway. But yeah, it was good seeing your face. And I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, and I don't know how long I made it through. I'll see how long the recording is, and I know exactly how long it's been. But I'm gonna see what my stomach does, and then I'm gonna put some kale pectate or something on top of it so it doesn't eat the lining of my stomach.
All right, bye.
All right, see you later.